Welcome back. You're still watching Poll Stream on Channels Television, the 2015 elections monitoring program that looks at the social media. We just went on a break, and when we returned, we said that we'll be looking at the hangouts.
Yeah, we're going to hang out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we have two people hanging out with us. We have Caro Oro Boni. He's a social commentator. He's in the UK, and from Lagos, Nigeria, we have Benga Olorunpomi. Both of them are going to share their experience with us concerning yesterday's election. We'll start from London, where Caro is. Caro, you're a Nigerian resident in the United Kingdom, and we know you have Nigerians, and you've been following our activities, especially yesterday. What's your take? What was your observation? What did you hear? What's the body language? What's the voice language you heard about the elections that was held yesterday?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Nigerians because I think democracy won. I think Nigeria won, in spite of the tension, in spite of the worries about violence. Though there are pockets of violence and few incidents here and there, but in the large scale, and if you look at it relatively, I think this has been a step up from where we're coming from. In terms of logistics, obviously there are still many areas of improvement. Some INEC staff didn't come on time, and when they came, they didn't have materials, and there were pockets of incidents where ballots were stolen or things like that. But if one look at the whole picture, I think it was a fair election, and at this point, I really don't want us to see there is no victor, there is no vanquished. It's Nigeria has won. This is victory for Nigeria, because there has been a lot of tension on our democracy, and the democracy is sustained. And I just hope that both parties or all the candidates would accept this result as the will of the people, and then we kind of move our country forward from there on.
All right, Carol, some people are calling for an all-inclusive government, no matter who wins the election. Do you think this will bring the craved-for change or desired result that Nigerians are looking for, especially in terms of development and all that comes with trying to catch up with the Western countries, like where you live? Do you think that will be a possible solution?
Well, here it's a parliamentary system they operate in the UK, and that's quite different from Nigeria. And it's kind of Nigeria is almost like winner takes all. So for that to happen, there will have to be like a constitutional change to the form of government. But personally, I don't think any change, whether we change from parliamentary to presidential, is going to be the major change. I think what we needed in Nigeria was leadership. I think there was leadership was lacking, and leadership is everything. We've had lots of people who were not really as competent in the positions that they were in offices of government. I think we had many men and many low men and low women in high places across all phases of government. And I think what changed, the change that we're really expecting in Nigeria was a change of leadership. And to be honest, any constitutional change from presidential to parliamentary won't really. I don't think that's going to make a lot of difference. We just need to make sure that we're doing things right, and making sure that institutions that have been set up by government are doing the things that they're meant to do. If you look at the constitutions, look at every MDAs in the government, they have lots of strict guidelines that they have to follow, but these guidelines haven't been followed, and that's why we're having issues here and there. But once these things are in place, once these guidelines are followed, I think we'll be fine in Nigeria, to be honest.
All right, let's go to Benga now. Benga, you are in Lagos. Could you tell us, first of all, your observation yesterday in your area? What area is that, and what was your observation? What did you see? Did the card reader work? Were the people happy? How was it in your area? Hello, Benga, are you there? Okay, I think we don't have Benga there.
Yeah, I think his internet, and that's one of the major problems, the provision of bandwidth here in Nigeria. If you remember, when we're given the statistics of how many Nigerians have penetrated the internet, broadband had only 6%. And that's one of the reasons, and to do something like this, you need high-end internet. But then Benga is down. Thankfully, we still have
okay.
Carol.
I think we should just wrap up with Carol now, since we don't have Benga. Benga, are we expecting you back before the next election, or are you one of those calling that the constitution or the law be changed to include or allow people like you who are residents outside the country to participate in the elections?
I think it's just wise for people, for Nigerians in diaspora to participate in what goes on in Nigeria, because Nigerians in diaspora contribute massively to the economy of the country. And I think it's just wise for Nigerians in diaspora to contribute. The President Jonathan, did promise in 2011 that Nigerians in diaspora will be able to vote in this election. And it was quite sad to see that that didn't materialize. There are lots and many millions of Nigerians that would like to participate, because I, for one, I spend lots of time monitoring what goes on in Nigeria. It's my country. I have family there. I have interest in Nigeria. So it's only wise that I have to make at least contribute in the decisions that happen in Nigeria. And it will be a good thing. I'm looking forward to 2019 that Nigerians in there are millions of Nigerians in diaspora contribute to what happens there. It will be great for that to happen. I think it was in 2012 that they were about Nigerians in diaspora contribute about $20 billion or so to the economy, and that's a massive amount in terms of GDP. So I think those that contribute that amount to the GDP should participate in what happens in the country. That's my take on that.
Well, Carol, you say that, I mean, you guys outside the country contribute. I mean, a lot of people just look for greener pasture, leave the country and forget about the country. So, I mean, maybe we are not feeling your impact enough, and that is why we have not been motivated to include you in participating.
Some sort of diaspora voting.
Yes.
But you should have felt the impact of $20 billion. At least $20 billion in any economy will make a difference. I think you must have felt the difference of $20 billion. So it's again, I understand that many people that leave Nigeria and then just forget about what happens in Nigeria, but there are many millions also Nigerians in diaspora that pay attention. There are lots of people here that know what's happening in Nigeria, even more than those that are in Nigeria. So because you're out of Nigeria, that doesn't mean that you don't know what's going on there. You're part and parcel of what's going on because you have interest in there. Fair enough, some people don't, but then there are many, many more who have interest. And then you wouldn't, because some people don't have interest, then deny others that have interest in the country.
All right. Carol. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Carol, for coming on the program. We hope to catch you sometimes if you're back in Nigeria or if you're still in the UK when the next election comes up. But that's it. That was the Hangout, Carol Bunny. Sadly, we lost Benga Olorum, who is in Lagos, Nigeria. He would have given us his own experience of what
we still have more opportunity to do that.
Absolutely.
It's not over until it's over. Yeah. Well, just before we go, we do have some of your pictures from our Eyewitness platform. First of all, we have from Katsina State, Daura. I'm talking about the passion of Nigerians to participate. An elderly woman goes to, at least she's helped there to the polling station in Katsina State. She's determined to be a part of the election.
Well, you can see how old she is, but then she still goes down to the polling booth, just to make her voice heard. But also we have this one. Now it's from Boso local government area in Minna. That's in Niger State.
Yes, and we have the final one we can take for now. It's a sick man. From his sick bed, he had to be helped to the polling station. And I mean the passion that Nigerians have shown at this time is just like we haven't seen it before. And that's what a lot of people are saying, like this is the best
let's just say it's
election.
Phenomenal.
Yes, like this
phenomenal.
Is the best election that we've had.
Phenomenal. I mean, competitive. I even like
all the
adjectives to put this election. But then, I mean, it's been going on so far. I can see Sulaiman, you are so
I wonder where your passion lies, Sulaiman. Where does your passion lie? I mean, we see the elderly, we see the sick people, we see people in the rain. I think you were just enjoying yourself in the studio all through yesterday, Sulai.
Anyway, I love to call them the feeble because I saw them yesterday. The gentleman you're referring to was actually being helped by two nursing personnel coming to cast his ballot, and he was also being helped back to the car. That was fantastic. That was awesome. It tells you the kind of move and belief Nigerians do have. And also I saw another picture of I think, octogenarian, a woman in far north, waiting to cast a ballot. And even as she was crouching and squatting, so many other things that she was able to do, and it was an amazing moment for us as a people. And as you say, Ini, the messages are still coming in, being represented adequately by pictures, backed by the passion that we have seen oozing out of those pictures, as well as email from across the world.
Where is your passion, Sulaiman?
On the belief, the patience and perseverance. Never in living history have I seen any of such in the country. And I'm getting to say, well, I think we're getting close. Earlier on, we had a chat, he's still very much around. He'll be coming back with Dr. Fasi Yusuf. He did say, well, we are moving to a system whereby we will say, when we look back 8 years from now, we'll just smile and tell our children and the very young ones who will be voting for the first time when we get there in the future that this is how we started before we got here.
Yes, I've heard that a lot, that this is like a turning point, and it has to be noted.
All right, that's where we have to call it wraps. Sulaiman, we'll be handing over to you guys. Of course, that will be after the break. But thank you for watching Poll Stream. I am Victor Matthias.
And I'm Ini Thompson.